Hey, Jim, it's Pop. I'd like to see you, bud.
But you only want to hang out when you want something. But I can live with that.
All right, Jim, I'll be there soon.
Let the bonding commence. Good to see you, Papa. So are you back for good, or are you gonna run off again?
We're good, I hope. Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves.
What does that even mean, ahead of ourselves? Because what it sounds like is physically impossible shrink-speak nonsense.
It's probably what it is. But I'm trying, okay? I know you're angry at me.
Because you're a psychotic killer? Or because you nearly destroyed our family? Or because I'm a fat slob riddled with self-loathing?
You're not a fat slob, and you don't have self-loathing. You just need to take better care of yourself. I'm sorry, look, this conversation, it's not going how I imagined it would.
What, you wanted a big hug and me to absolve you of your many sins because you were trying your best?
Yeah, that would have been nice. Look, Jim, I realize I'm a shit person and a shit dad, but I love you, and I'm not going anywhere, all right?
Okay, jeez. Why do you have to get so emotional? Good to spend time with you, Dad.
Are you being sarcastic with me?
No, not at all. I won't pretend I haven't hated you all my conscious life, but at the same time, I sort of love you.
That's very nice of you, I think. I'm sort of happy. Feels odd.
Papa Bear. Good to see you, Papa.
It's good to be a family again. I'm so happy to have you all back.
All that fighting was kind of shitty.
Well, it's gonna be better now. I promise.
You know, it's not all just like magically better. You can't take Mom for granted again. And like, Tracy, I'm still kind of worried about her.
How so?
I mean, what's she doing with her life?
What are you doing with your life?
I don't want to be famous. Unless it's like, famous in a cool way.
Trace will grow out of that. And hey, when I'm a big movie producer, maybe I'll make her famous.
I think you should talk to her.
She'll go to college. She'll forget about the fame crap. She'll be fine. Trust me.
I just thought I should say something.
Thanks, Jim. You should have.
Oh, and when you're a big movie producer, can you make me famous?
No, Jim. You've got other talents. What's up, man?
So I've got some good news.
Hit me with it.
You'll be happy to hear. I stopped dealing drugs.
You've lost the one job you had. Why would I be happy about that?
But you don't like weed in the house.
I want you to stop smoking it, not dealing it. You need some income.
Let the bonding commence. Father, always a pleasure. So, how's business? The legitimate one. I mean, not the bank robbing and killing people.
Very funny. I told you, I've given up all that bad stuff.
Entirely?
More or less entirely. As entirely as I can.
I'm not even gonna pretend to understand that. How are the movies?
Going good, I think.
You making any money?
Why?
Retirement can be expensive. I don't want to have to support you and Mom. And I know you want me to get on my own 2 feet sooner rather than later.
What exactly does that mean?
It's cheaper than law school.
What is?
Day trading. I got a knack for it. You float me and I'm off.
Get an education.
Oh, buzzkill. Good to spend time with you again, Dad.
Right back at you, buddy.
But along with a job, I'm also about to think about figuring out how to get a girlfriend. So when I do, I won't have so much free time.
Good for you.
Yes. And of course, girlfriends aren't cheap. Well, I mean, the one I want will be sort of cheap, but not cheap enough. So I may need to borrow some money.
We'll see. Hey, try getting a date first.
Papa Bear. Good to see you, Papa. We're getting on a lot better, aren't we?
Yeah, we are. This is fun.
You know, it's cool having a dad I can talk to. Who's, like a friend.
Yeah. Dude, that's really nice.
So, like, friend to friend? Remember when you said no car? In what sense did you mean that?
Well, when you say no job, in what sense do you mean that?
In the sense that the market is really, flat right now. But cars have never been so affordable. And financing opportunities are really attractive.
Yeah, I know all about your financing opportunities.
Hey, you wouldn't have met Franklin if I hadn't gotten that ride.
No job, no car, no conversation.
Asshole!
This is good, Jimmy. Real good.
I feel like we're a lot closer now, so you should call me what my friends call me. Big J.
Big J, huh? You know, I heard a friend calling you cocksmoker and little dick on that game of yours. I never heard Big J.
Well, they do. Can I get my name changed legally?
Nah, you don't need to do that, kid. Just get it tattooed across your forehead.
Papa Bear. Good to see you, Papa. Good to spend time with you, Pops.
You too, Jim.
Listen, can I ask you something mano a mano?
Please don't.
The casting couch. Is it true?
Not in my experience.
Shit. There was a job I could have been great for. Casting director.
Why don't you try to get a normal girlfriend, a job, and a sense of purpose?
In a time machine back to the 1950s, that stuff is over, Pops. It's all swinging, self-loathing, and vapid celebrity now.
I know, but can't you see through that? Come on, you're a bright kid.
And rise above this superficial shithole I've lived in for the past 9 years? Of course not. Get real.
Somebody help me.
Alright, what would you say, Dad, if I told you were looking at a medal-winning combat veteran?
What are you talking about?
Well, not yet, but I will be soon. I found my calling. Drone pilot. Using my righteous slaughter skills to kill insurgents. From my bedroom.
You go for it, son.
Papa Bear. Good to see you, Papa. Dad, am I funny?
To look at? No. I mean, if you don't like the way you look, your mom knows a doctor who...
Dad, no, Jesus. I mean, do I make people laugh? I'm thinking about becoming a comedian.
They say that comedians aren't very funny in person.
I'm funny, okay? My crew think I'm really amusing.
Your crew is stoned, Jim. Being a comedian is not a viable career option, sorry.
Will you come to an open mic night?
Jim, I can take you smoking. I can take you saying horrible things to your friends through that headset. But if you go to an open mic night, or one of those horrible improv shows, you're moving out.
Oh, well, when I get my first sitcom, I'll remind you of this. People say try to get paid to do what you love, right?
If you want to get bored of doing what you love, start to resent it, and eventually learn to hate it, yeah, sure.
So I was thinking about going in for esports.
Newsflash, Jim, you're not an athlete.
Esports. It's like professional computer games. I'm either gonna do that or become like a professional male escort because I love the ladies.
Oh, that's brilliant, son. Fucking excellent.
Yeah, cool, whatever. Let the bonding commence. Good to see you, Papa. You want to smoke, Dad? It's good stuff.
No, I don't. And I don't want you doing it around me.
It's on prescription.
Hey, I get hemorrhoid cream on prescription, but I don't put it on in the car around you.
Anyway, I'm giving up drugs soon. Really soon.
Please, do.
I will. I need to get my head straight if I'm going to make it an entertainment. You know, I'll figure things out, Dad. One day. Soon.
Sure, take your time, son. There's no rush.
Because I know deep down, you blame yourself for me.
I don't blame myself for that. I'm proud of you. It's a miracle, but you're actually sort of okay.
Let the bonding commence. Father, always a pleasure.
So, you know what's coming. Our favorite topic of conversation.
Don't worry, it's taken care of.
No.
Yeah, I start tomorrow.
You got a job? I can't believe it. Why don't you say something?
It's not like a job per se. It's a way of making money.
Jimmy?
I'm gonna be a bank robber, just like you. First joint's all cased out.
You're not cut out for that kind of work.
I know, and especially since I don't have a car. But I'm using a road bike as a getaway vehicle, and I don't need to cut in a driver.
You're robbing a bank on your bike.
Of course I'm not, you idiot. Me? Make money? The day has not yet come. I love you, Dad.
I love you too, kid.
I'm sorry I didn't turn out different.
Hey, don't say that. We're all screw-ups. But I wouldn't change anything about our family.
I wouldn't change you either, Dad. Except I'd make you buy me a car.
Hey, Jim. It's been fun.
Thanks, Dad. Look after yourself, okay?